Well, for some reason or other, these people decided they wanted to play a second night of the game I threw a few weeks ago. So, hi everybody, welcome to Middleton City. My name is OPT Lawyer, and I'll be running this silly game for some odd reason. On the far side over there is a black box. Also supposed to be Norristra. Unfortunately, Norristra is not going to be joining us tonight. At least he may not be. If he does, well, put him in. Perfect. Next to him, Chemilianice, however you want to say it.
Chammy works just fine.
Chammy is amazing. Next to that, he's saving us all the trouble of watching his face today. TGE, the Greenleaf Effect. Hello again.
What's happening, everybody? I mean, if you want me to turn the camera on, I can, but I think...
No one's asking for that. Not a single soul asked you to actually do that. And then, of course, next to him is our good friend, Crimson Evix. How you doing, sir? In his comfy chair.
I am super comfortable tonight, so, yeah.
Comfy chair. I wish I could... Man, now I want to get, like, a recliner in here for no reason at all. All right.
I mean,
do it. You won't regret it.
You need.
Right. Indeed. All right. So, last time on this shindig of a awesome town, some of you already had powers. Some of you discovered powers. You were all in a bank, and the bank got robbed, and funny things happened. Chet got stolen from. Harrison found a lot of money. Those things may, in fact, actually kind of are related, as it turns out. And Travis found out that he has telekinesis. It's been a week since that's happened. So, real quick, why don't we just kind of quickly cover, if you guys have anything, what you've been doing for the past week. So, Cham, let's start with you. What's Chet been doing for the week?
Well, what Chet's been doing for the week is, aside from trying to get a little bit more money by gambling with some of the friendly hobos under the bridge, and also some of the other casinos around town. What he's actually also been doing is trying to study up a little bit on the demon that's kind of been following him, slash been on his shoulder. He's been looking into kind of demonic stuff for a bit to see if he can get a better understanding.
I was gonna say it's not really following. It's more as actually intertwined with at this point, right?
Yeah, they're basically like buddies,
right?
As in Siamese twin buddies.
That's right. Harrison, what have you been doing for the past week?
All right, so just close your eyes and picture these comic panels for a minute. So, thank you, phone. I'm trying to do something here. Not something Harrison's ever said, by the way.
Right.
So just picture these comic panels. So after the thing at the bank, Harrison, had the money. He's not happy about it. And the sort of thing we saw from him was writing the name of Chet the Skunk in this little book that he has. And over the next couple of days, you sort of see him in his room. It's this, this horrible rundown shack on the wrong side of the tracks, in the dash, whatever you want to call it. And just sort of portioning out this money to try and, make it last as much as they can, because this is the most money he's ever seen, ever. But at the same time, while he was at the bank, he sort of enjoyed the interactions he had just with people who weren't judging him on the fact that he looks like he just crawled out of a dumpster. So you then see a couple of panels of him sort of piecing together the information he heard and sort of creepily, and not till he's known, sort of figuring out where to find Travis. And considering his schedule, it's not that hard, the way he keeps to it perfectly. So you just sort of see all these little panel scenes of whenever Travis is hanging out, or there's just you see a little half shadow of Harrison just sort of watching, and you sort of see the thought bubble of, I should probably talk to him and see if I can actually be friends. No, I can't do that. And just sort of this internal conflict of, I should probably go talk to this guy to see if we can actually be friends. And no, don't do that. Look at what you look like. He's obviously going to say no. I mean, look at him. You're complete opposites. And that's the whole sort of comic panel thing you see.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Travis, what's Travis been up to the past week?
Well, the day after the whole bank thing, Travis spent pretty much the whole day at his desk with about 70 different calendars trying to rework his schedule to try to give himself time to practice with his newfound powers. He tried about 20 different permutations of a schedule that he didn't like before just settling on one, which is actually very painful for him to settle on a schedule rather than having one that he actually liked. But after that, he's pretty much been adhering to that schedule, going about his mostly daily routine, and then going into a room that he sort of built that just has a bunch of, like, soft objects, teddy bears, toilet paper rolls, stuff like that he can practice flinging around. And in his schedule, it shows that there is 30 minutes to practice and then an hour to clean up because everything has to go back in a specific spot, nice and neat.
Right. Practice hour cleaning. Alrighty. So, as I've said, it's been a week, and it's about afternoon a week later or so, and as people tend to have to do at some point, you have to go to a store to buy things and whatnot. So the scene shifts and starts at the store. This store happens to be called the Guffin Mart.
Ooh.
Indeed. Oh, shoot. One second.
I don't think we were supposed to see that.
This should all not be... Why is this visible?
Do you have the fog of war turned on?
Oh, I know why it's visible.
Because you hit the button that said make it visible?
No, because it's on the wrong layer.
So it's on the map layer, not the GM layer.
Yeah. I bet that's gonna...
While this is going on here, you just sort of get like another cut panel, and you're at the front of the store of this Guffin Mart, and there's Harrison sort of looking up at the store, and there's another thought bubble in his head. It's like, this is the first time I've been to one of these places where I've actually had the money to purchase what I'm here for. And then, with like the biggest smile in the world and $40 in his pocket, he happily trudges into the Guffin Mart.
All right. Now that that's taken care of. All right, so Harrison, you end up in the Guffin Mart. So we'll start this off a little bit with you here. So you're in the Guffin Mart. Go where you're going.
All right, so entering on the left-hand side by the restaurant, he's really there just to pick up like a bunch of the sale food, canned goods, things that will last a while that they can make last. Unfortunately, he just walks right all by it. He is beelining his way to books and magazines because one of the few escapes that he has is sort of the world of comic books and superheroes, just taking 5 to 10 minutes to be like, hey, all of these people came from nothing. I can do the same thing. So it's sort of his way of escaping the world, and that. So he makes his way immediately over to books and magazines.
So you'll notice there you are.
Yeah, and what catches his eye is he's a big fan of this comic line from Bay City Comics called Bay City Chronicles. Metagaming here, and he's picked up this brand new issue, and sort of we zoom in on the cover of this issue, and it's Bay City Chronicles, Volume 5, Bellum Novus. The issue number and title is obscured by his hand, but on the cover you see this picture of Lutra, Anton, and Malkier standing on the top of Stormbreaker Technologies, looking out over the city. Down in the streets of the city, you have what appear to be two angry mobs sort of charging at each other. One side proclaiming, "Go home, freaks," and the other side proclaiming, "We are home." Up on the roof next to our three heroes, there's a katana planted in the ground, adorned with a black and green ribbon. And he's happily reading that.
Okay, then. So while he's reading, Chet, you were already in the store. Why don't you tell everybody where you're at?
Well, Chet, because he lost such a large sum of money mysteriously the other day, knows that he needs to get that money back, or it's his kneecaps. So he immediately starts heading towards his best chance of getting money in the grocery store, the lotto. So he goes. He's in the lotto counter right now, entering in his numbers and getting his ticket, and holding his lucky quarter with all he's got for luck, and also holding a nice metal flask in one hand as he's writing down the numbers and getting that all said. He takes a swig out of it.
So you hear a voice in your head. Hey, are you gonna get any instant tickets? Those are fun. Those are great. You should get instant tickets.
Do you think they really have better odds?
Of course not, but you should get some. They're way more fun than just watching numbers come up. You get to scratch off things. I get to use my claws. It's great.
I'll get one.
No! One roll. Come on. You got $100 in your pocket. Buy a roll of them. Buy 100 of them. It'll be great.
I'm not going to buy 100. Maybe only 50.
What are you, wimp?
Hey, I'm being conservative. 50 scratch-offs is perfectly fine. 100's pushing.
You're a gambler. There's no such thing as conservatives.
Maybe. What are the odds of these tickets anyway?
Oh, 1 in 47 you at least win something, of course.
Then I'll get 47. There we go.
He doesn't actually sound like he knows anything about it. But... No, not that 47. Buy the other one. Jeez.
The odds are the same.
Oh, that one's luckier. Come on. So, while that's going on, while Chet is having a conversation with himself to everybody else, Travis walks into the store. Travis, you are at the start of the store down there. Where are you going?
Okay, so Travis grabs a cart, and he has the entire trek through the grocery department to get exactly what he needs in the time frame that is most suitable. So he first proceeds down aisle 11, grabs what he needs from there, then goes back to aisle 13. Grabs a few things, turns around, and then goes to the dairy department, and then he's suddenly looking for an associate.
An associate, all right. So, you see, a couple pass by. No one's really paying attention because, they're stocking stuff and whatnot. And like a typical store worker, they're there to help, but they're not going to notice you need help. But you see someone.
Excuse me, can I get some help over here?
So the lady walks in here. Oh, sure, sir. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah. I need some 2% milk. I only need a gallon, though. I noticed that all your 2% milk expires in 6 days, but I don't intend to shop again until 8 days from now. Do you have any that are later coded back in the back? Could you go check for me, please?
Oh, sorry, sir. Our dairy delivery got held up today. We're not going to get a new shipment until tomorrow.
No, that's not gonna. Can you go check? Even check the bottom crate to see. Sometimes they go ahead and they rotate in the back. So maybe the bottom crate has something. Because or even if you have I think I can arrange that. I can buy 2 quarts if you have 2 quarts that are dated 2 days later. I just don't want to go back shopping 2 days before I have to. It totally throws off my schedule, and that's not going to work.
Sure, I'll go back and absolutely, I'll go right back and look in the back for milk.
Well, since you said that your truck was delayed today, then it shouldn't take you long. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes should be fine. I'll go grab 1 or 2 other things, and I'll be right back. So I hope you can help me out.
Absolutely, sir. She gives a very, not really clear what she's gonna do smile, but she turns around and leaves. All right. So, Harrison,
Yes.
give me a perception check, if you would, please.
Is this visual or hearing?
Visual.
Then he's going to fail because he's engrossed in the comic book.
Okay, then. Roll it for me anyway. This is one of those things, it doesn't matter how engrossed in the comic book you are.
Well, that's appropriate. I rolled a 2.
Perfect. Literally the only thing you didn't need to roll is a 1. So, because this is kind of before you got in. You may have you noticed this, but you didn't really think anything of it. There's this guy standing kind of just like right outside the comic book area, in fact, or the entire book area. And he's just kind of sitting at the side of the aisle, just kind of standing there. And he get the idea that he's maybe paying attention to you, but yeah, not really that sure.
Well, Harrison is 99% certain that nobody ever pays attention to him.
Right.
Which is how he's up on all of the Bay City comics while never purchasing one. So he assumes that this guy, if he is staring at him, it's because he looks grungy, dirty, disgusting, and there may or may not be an odor coming from him. So he sort of looks over at him, looks back at the comic, and then you get a speech bubble with, "I can't believe," and the rest is just blacked out.
Right. Chet, as you walk out of the lotto area, you are greeted by 2 figures. Down here. So, they are 2 official-looking people, and they walk up to you, and they say, the human, with that, basically it's a human and a hippopotamus.
Okay.
The human walks up to you and says, "Oh, yeah, good day, sir. Look at me. This here, he's more important. Need to ask you some questions."
I'm sorry, you an officer?
Yes, he has his badge up. "Detective, look at me."
Fascinating. Do I have to answer these questions?
Well, it would be really helpful, sir.
Gotcha, so not required, but feel free.
Well, we are investigating an incident at the bank the other day.
Okay, incident at the bank
Yeah, the week ago.
about a week ago, okay.
Yes.
Was there a robbery or something? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Well, yes. We know you were involved. You were on camera.
I mean, can you prove it?
He holds up a printout of like the security camera with you just standing there.
Okay, so you can prove it.
Look,
What would you like to know, officer?
you're not in any troubles. I just want to know what you know what happened, because we'd be investigating. Looks like craziness happened.
That's probably about the size of it. There was a robbery, things went bad, and we just had to do what we could to leave.
I see. Okay. You hear the hippopotamus mutter, "Stupid cousin got in trouble too."
Do I hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, cousin, looking over you. Ooh, were you related to the big, ugly, hairy guy? What was his name?
The rhinoceros named
Rhino Face?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Un's my estranged second cousin. It's kind of sort of the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, he could have chosen a better path, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, he made it out okay. He still had, his innards intact.
Actually, he's in the hospital's, mental ward right now, and I don't think he's leaving anytime soon.
As I said, he still has his inner detect. Didn't say a thing about the mind.
Yes. Luke just kind of... The detective just kind of shakes it. Look, so, we saw you on video. Do something a little special. Do you know much more about what's going on? More maybe than you wish to tell us? more just kind of shakes it. It's like, oh, that's going to make him talk.
Right. You know what? I'm going to say I don't. I'd like to say I do, but there was a lot of stuff happening there that I have no idea what was going on. So, trust me when I say it, everything there was pretty random to me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, he hands out his card. He hands it to you. Here's the card. Take if you remember or find out anything else helpful. Yeah, we just want to figure out what happened and why some guy turns into a crazy monster.
Chet takes the card, and he actually looks at him a little bit curiously as he kind of looks over the card. But wait, didn't you guys, arrest all the people that were, still in there and collect all the bodies and all that anyway?
Yeah, they all not saying much.
Dead people do that. Oh, don't do that. But...
Well, they're not dead. They're not dead. Well, the ones that aren't dead anyway. The other ones are dead. But the ones that aren't dead are not talking or insane right now.
Right. And you're going after the ones that weren't insane and left the scene.
Not going after so much as we're just trying to figure out what happened.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have too much more I can help you with, Detective. If I think of anything, I will let you know. But you know about as much as we do. Everything that happened there was pretty weird.
All right. Harrison. I'm sorry, no. Travis. Give me a perception check, because you may notice this. Okay. As you're standing, you're still in the dairy section, right? You're waiting there?
No, I went to grab a few other things,
okay.
Giving her 5 minutes to go back and look.
So so where exactly would you go immediately after that?
To the sparkling water, which is a few miles up, usually, in a Walmart.
So, as you are at the sparkling water and you're about to grab something, you notice that the bottles on the shelf start to rumble just a little bit.
That's not me.
Well, it's definitely not you.
No.
Yeah.
Travis actually says that.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Harrison, how long are you reading this comic book for?
Until he's done.
Okay. So, Chet, the police gotta leave you for now. They won't.
I breathe a sigh of relief and go to the soda aisle.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the drinks aisle, like soda, coffee, iced coffee.
Okay, so you're going... Why can't I move you? Alright, because that's my player. So let me see. Drinks aisle. So that's really normally about the... Oh, right. I have to actually be on the right layer.
Probably right where sparkling water is.
Right. Well...
Yeah, the soda would be same area as the water.
Well, here's the thing, though. You're not going to make it that far.
Okay.
Give me a perception check when you're right about here.
Okay, perception check. Let's... There it is.
Okay, so, you notice, that something is now planted on your shoulder all of a sudden. This marble is now sitting on you, looking off to the side towards jewelry.
I follow his gaze and see what I see, and I kind of whisper into him, "What?"
Something's wrong.
Yeah, there's a demon on my shoulder.
Something else is wrong.
What is it?
By the way, that's very right. I don't know what's wrong with you, by the way. Harrison. Okay, so this isn't visual. Give me a perception check. Do you have any kind of magical inclination as well?
No, he's still trying to figure out, honestly, what these powers are. He knows that when he uses them, he can help people, but they kind of hurt. So
right.
He actually does have his actual, like, boot daggers now, so he actually doesn't have to use the magic, because there is no metal detector to get into the Guffin Mart because it's the Guffin Mart.
Right, yeah. No, they just have their electronic magnet whatever thing. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, at this point, he closes up the comic. He closes up the comic. He goes, "I don't want to wait till next week," and puts it back on the shelf.
You definitely feel the mark on your hand starting to, like, burn.
Oh, he's got, like, the hobo gloves on,
right?
So the finger holes in it. So is it glowing or is it just burning?
It's glowing like it's reacting to something. It's not really hurting you, like, you know, like your backlash is, but it's, you know, it's irritating. Like, you know, you feel it.
Not now. This is supposed to be a normal day. Not now. I don't want to do this.
Chet, you're the only one who's going to be in the area to see this.
Okay.
A portal, or actually this rune, right here, opens up in the middle of the store.
Oh, I was just about to walk towards the jewelry section. I'm not so sure about that now.
Marble says, "That's what I was sensing." Ooh, I wonder where that goes. I'll bet it's really cool. We should go check it out. As, you know, people are like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?"
Oh, good, everybody else sees it. I'm gonna start.
It's a thing and whatnot. But Harrison and Travis are actually too far away to hear this, because right now it's just localized at the front of the store. Before you get too far, something kind of materializes on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a giant, demonic-looking boar.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah, OPT is going to be baking our hearts.
It looks at you.
It looks at me.
Well,
why?
Marble on your shoulder goes, "Oh, shoot, he sensed me."
Is he a friend of yours?
No!
Please say yes.
No, but I'm a demon, he's a demon, it's a thing.
Well, maybe you can talk to him, cool him down, right?
Marble, like, grabs your head and makes you look directly at it and says, "Does that look like you can reason with it?"
Probably not.
As it, like, it does a thing where it, like it starts, padding, or its hoofs on the ground, like it's going to start charging, and it does this thing where it breathes out real heavily and smoke just comes out of his nostrils.
Shada's going to make an exit stage left and say as much as he starts walking down this direction.
So, here's what I need from everybody. I need everybody to roll initiatives right now. And actually, before I do that, I actually have to bring up the stupid initiative window.
Well, you got mine anyway, so.
Yes, except I have to actually reorganize all this. Alright, go ahead and give me your rolls, please.
Just trying to find the initiative button on this thing again. Been a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Stats and skills. Nope.
Oh, I had to turn, there we go. Jim?
Sorry, I was trying to find it on there. I can't find it, so I just got to roll it off of my sheet.
Can't find it where?
It's right above all your
Yeah, it's right above.
moves.
It's in the offense block.
Offense block. Oh, nuts. There it is. Thank you. That makes all the difference.
Yay. Except I just realized that all these are... Okay. That would be why. Okay. So, we're going to be going in turn order for the time being. Even though, like, the two of you don't actually see what's going on yet. But... Demon Boar isn't going to roll initiative because he's just going first. He'll go at the top of the initiative order whenever he's actually on the battlefield. Or in the store, as one would say. Okay. So first things first. Demon Boar starts charging down the aisle here. Let's see how far he's going to make it. Right, I keep forgetting this. Okay, he's going to double move. He's going to end up somewhere around here. Now, as he's running this way, he obviously doesn't care about anything at all, and he is trampling over everything. Thankfully, everybody else jumps out of the way. Travis and Harrison, give me perception checks to see if you actually hear this. Okay, yeah, both of you hear some kind of commotion going on up front. Travis, you also happen to notice that more bottles are starting to actually fall off the shelf now.
See, Harrison is very upset that whatever commotion is there, it probably wrecks and displays, and there's probably some food that people aren't going to miss. He's very upset that he's not grabbing that.
There you go.
But he's looking down at his hand, looking back at the guy, looking back down at his hand, and you see the thought bubble go up and go, I don't need to do anything here because I haven't done anything wrong. I don't have to atone for anything yet. But he's feeling very heroic after just reading the comic, so he's throwing caution to the wind and sprinting to the front of the store.
Alrighty. Actually, I'll get on that one. It's his turn. Alright, so go ahead and move towards the front, whichever way you're going.
Well, he has environmental adaptation, urban environment. He basically has parkour, so he's not going to worry about the aisles. He's parkouring his way through apparel.
That's fine.
And he's going to look freaking amazing doing it as he just sort of leaps from rack to rack to rack. Mm-hmm. And because it kind of looks cool, he's going to end his move like on the top of the shoe counter, just sort of looking down. But because it's a comic book, he's going to land in a pair of boots that are way too big for him.
Nice.
Like, you know when like a 3-year-old puts on your rain galoshes? That's kind of what this looks like.
Nice. Go ahead and put yourself there. Can you move your token? Cool.
I can.
Perfect.
And I'm assuming from the top of his perch in these boots that he's a little bit clunky on, he sees...
yeah, it's apparel and shoes. It's like open racks. You can totally see a boar, and you see, the skunk you saw earlier,
So he sees the boar, and he sees the backside of the boar. He doesn't realize it's a demon boar.
Right.
So you get this one sort of close-up panel of him kind of licking his lips a little bit.
You do realize it's giant monster, it is actually large.
Right, but he just assumes it's a giant pig left in the store. So he's like, maybe if I help stop it, I can get some ham, right? Then, so you see the close-up of his face licking his lips. Mm-hmm. Then you see the very next panel is his face going pale. Not because he's realized it's a demon boar, but because the demon boar is attacking the skunk he stole the $500.
Nice. All right, Chet.
Alrighty, from this position I can see the officers up there, right?
They kept moving upwards. They're not actually there.
Oh. Can I actually see them anywhere?
Not yet, because it's not their turn. Because they walked off into, grocery.
Gotcha. Alrighty, well, Chet is gonna go running and looking for them, because he has now a sudden remembrance of, them having, magical cops of some sort. And maybe this would be a good time to call on them. So he's gonna start running up this direction.
Despite the fact that you have a snarling boar directly next to you?
Yeah, the idea is to avoid the boar.
Okay.
So I forget how I show my path. I think it's like, whatever. I just gotta move up
Just
here.
don't worry about it. Just go.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Just gotta move up here. And, actually, probably gotta move just a little bit further out. Trying to look for those officers so I can, like, give a call out and, like, have them get on their phone to get their department.
You definitely see them in the fresh meat department.
Okay.
Actually, that would be over here. Yeah.
Over there.
See, the one detective being like, hey, I think I should get something for dinner tonight. While the hippo's like, you hear something? I don't hear anything.
Rather than going down it all, I shout down it and say, Police! Magic cops, now!
So, both of them look towards you. It's like, huh?
There is a demon in the store. We need to get rid of it. You have people for that, right?
They look at you funny like, demon? What? What do you mean demon in store? There's no demon in... You hear a loud crash and scream like, okay, demon in store, great! So, Detective Luke at me, pulls out his phone and, like, starts punching numbers in, and keeps doing so, and it is like, phone not working! Which causes, Moore to pull out his phone, start hitting things like, my phone's not working either.
That's great. Well, you've been a big help, officers. Thank you. Hope you have a nice life.
Travis, before your turn, you see something materialize next to you. Let me get off this. Gosh, I hate having to change layers all the time. Alright. A runic circle appears on the ground in the same aisle you're in.
And I assume I just heard everything that was being yelled from chat.
Give me a perception check. 'Cause you're kind of far. Yeah, you hear it. You even recognize who it is.
Well, with that and everything else, you sort of see Travis, since TG's been using comic book panels. In the panel, you sort of see Travis hang his head, and in the speech bubble, it says for a bunch of symbols, and then sake. And Travis's immediate thought is, well, this is a big, like, conglomerate store, and there's something going on here. So he is actually going to do something. He is going to take all the bottle caps of those bottles that just fell off the shelf and use them as kinetic bullets on the sprinkler system up on the roof.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me something.
He rolled the hit.
Alright.
I did roll the kinetic bullet.
That you did. Alright, so. You do this, and you hit the sprinkler system, and the sprinkler's, water starts going off. Congratulations. You are now wet.
Hopefully that means that the other people in the store are getting wet as well.
Well, at the moment, it's just the sprinkler you're in front of, but, you know, it might happen later. Anything else?
Nope, not right now. Well, I kind of have my eye on that strange glyph, but that's it.
Alright. Boar! Well, Chet, you may have tried to run away, but, you didn't run really fast enough, or far enough, I should say. Because it's going to come directly at you. Oops, that's... And this time he actually has a turn to attack you. I don't have this, like, in a sheet or anything like that, because he's really just got one move. Borgor.
I was hoping you'd call it that.
Needs more cheese for the burger.
Right. Alright, 24 against your, parry.
Humbugger.
Against my parry?
Or dodge, I'm sorry. That.
Is it a close or a ranged attack?
It's close. Yeah, it's dodge. Wait, no, parry. It is parry. Yeah. Because it's a melee attack.
Gotcha. For parry, nuts. I think that rocks my world.
Well, remember, it's that plus 10.
I have to roll for it, right?
No.
Plus 10.
That's your defense.
It says dodge DC and parry DC, so up at the top of that defense box. So.
Right. Okay, dodge DC, parry DC. There it is. Okay, so yeah, that still rocks my world for parry.
All right. Toughness DC is actually 26.
Okay, and so I just roll my toughness for that, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, you take a bruise.
Alrighty.
As it huffs, and again, smoke comes out, and you can actually, you don't have to roll for this one. You can actually smell sulfur coming out of his nostrils, basically.
Of course, it's sulfur.
Harrison.
So Harrison sees this now demonic boar attempt to gore Chet.
Yes.
And Harrison's mind is going with well, maybe if I save the skunk, he won't suspect that I'm the one who stole the money. So Harrison has this bright idea. He has parkour skills, so he is able to balance himself on the top of this shoe rack. So he's going to get a sort of half-running start, use his parkour to leap off of the shoe rack. As he's in the air, unsheath both of his daggers, land on top of the boar, stab the boar with the daggers, and then giddy up cowboy.
Nice. Roll something for that.
I'll roll my daggers attack.
There you go.
All right, how many tiers does a 26 hit his parry by?
Well, you hit him, but you don't feel like you've really hurt him. But you are planted on top of him with your dagger stuck into him.
He's got impervious toughness. Haha, this is great.
I don't know what that means.
Impervious toughness, if a damage effect would deal damage less than, or his damage rank is less than or equal to your impervious rank, you don't roll for it, you just absorb it.
Nice.
So if he has impervious 5 in this case, which is the damage rank of the daggers, he doesn't take any damage.
Chet, you're up.
Okay. I see the little guy hop onto the boar's back, and I'm going to assume I recognize him because we spent a good amount of time together.
Yeah, you guys recognize each other.
So yeah, scary boar in front of me. I'm freaked out, but this little guy's going for it, and so I'm like, all right, running is not a good option. Blocking the door. What do we got, Marble? And he rolls those wonderful dice of his to see what he can do. What's in the tank? It's a 6. Okay. So he steps back.
Which one's 6?
6 is Marble's Claw,
Oh, nice.
which is a range attack.
What is that? Okay, so explain what that does.
What that does
Like,
is
comic panel-wise.
he holds out his hand, and a clutch of dark energy kind of coalesces into it, and then appears beneath the boar and goes up into a violent spike through him from the bottom.
Okay.
So let's see how it goes. I think I just pressed the button for it, but it's a roll button.
Okay. You did not roll a 1. You hit him.
Yay! Okay, and damage-wise doesn't do a thing.
Well, it's will damage.
This is will damage, so it might.
Yeah, it's true.
But again, you know your ability hit him. You're not sure it did much. Except make his eyes flare up a little more fiery.
Can I
Trevor!
ask Marble what's going on?
Marble looks at you and just says, that That should have done something.
Cool.
Kind of stands on your shoulders with his arms crossed, like kind of pissed off because he's like, that was my special ability. Travis, you're up.
Okay. Has the glyph done anything yet?
It's just pulsating with light.
Okay. Which way is the boar facing?
Towards Chet.
Okay. So, Harrison will see this. Travis sort of just backs up to the end of the aisle and peeks down that main aisle.
So you're like here?
Yeah. And I'm sort of doing the whole lean back with my head, so...
Right.
What's going through his mind as he sees Chet standing there and Harrison riding on top of the boar being flung back and forth wildly as he holds onto the daggers for dear life?
Right.
Remember that speech bubble from before?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same.
Alright. So the boar. Well, he's got somebody, like, riding his back now with daggers stuck into him. And as much as you may feel like it didn't do much damage, he's still acting like that hurt or something because he's bucking up and down like a fucking bronco. And he's going to take you with him wherever he's about to run, which is in a direction of which is going to be this towards Shoes. He's actually just going to crash through everything in Shoes and ends up all the way over here with you with him. What's the acrobatics check for?
To see if I stay on.
Well, I figure you've got a grip. Because as I say, it's basically like, that is stuck in him quite well.
It was more along the lines of, am I getting flung off or... So I don't get flung off, but as he's sort of running, you sort of see the comic panel of he's running through this thing full of shoes. And Harrison is holding on to the daggers for dear life. And there's just panel after panel of him getting hit in the face with a Converse, a Nike.
Right.
At the end of the panel, he's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then the spike of a high heel nails him right in the forehead. So you just get the comic panel of him just with this look of what the hell on his face. And just an imprint of a high heel boot right in the middle of his forehead.
Oh, he may not like what's about to come next then. Because in an effort to get you off of him, after running through all that, you're still on him, the boar is actually just going to roll over. As in, like...
That's horrible.
So, give me an acrobatics check, or you're gonna get crushed. Okay. Your choice of what you do. You can jump off, you can try to land back on him. What do you want to do?
At this point, I'm assuming Harrison sees the giant circle.
Yes.
Before I make my decision, this is a split-second thing, is his hand glowing more that he's closer to this thing?
No.
Okay. In that case, he is going to... Is the boar doing a sideways roll or a frontwards roll?
Sideways.
Okay, so as the boar's starting to roll sideways, Harrison is going to use that momentum to sort of roll with it. And he's going to, because he's being flung into seasonal. What time of year is it?
Actually, to be fair, you don't tell us from where the image is facing. He's going towards seasonal, so you'd really be either going into, like, basically here or here. I don't know if you saw any of that.
Yeah, I did. So either way, what season is it?
Spring.
Okay.
Going into summer, so.
So as he sort of rolls, Harrison is sort of flung towards the checkout side of things. He tucks and rolls. It's not graceful, but he sort of lands, comes up in the superhero three-point stance, and he's about to raise his hand to fire back and looks, and all the mess from the checkout, he sees a package of Reese's that didn't get crushed and picks it up and starts eating it.
There you go. All right, so where did you end up then? This way in here? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Alrighty. Speaking of which, it is now your turn.
So he rolls off his boar, picks up the Reese's, shoves one in his mouth, then realizes, oh crap, there's a giant boar in front of me. His daggers are still on the backside of this thing. So he's just going to, at this point, look at his hand and go, this is gonna suck. And just sort of raises up his hand, and the black-red energy sort of coalesces at him, and he fires off a beam of energy. He's attacking with Eternal Ordeal. That's not the right button.
Okay.
That's the right button.
Okay, well, you're going to hit him, because you didn't roll a 1.
Okay.
Okay, life force damage. Okay, what is... Alright, is that toughness? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a toughness effect.
Oops, not D10. Ooh.
Oh, so he'll take a bruise and a daze, and I have to make a toughness save at DC 22 now. So Harrison sort of hits the boar, not in the face, but somewhere like on his shoulder with that hit. And he gets the little, yes! And then he looks down at his hand as it flares up and backflashes at him as he takes a bruise and a daze himself as it flares back hard and sort of knocks him on his butt by the checkout. He just sort of shakes his hand. Ow, you see the letters, and then he eats the other Reese's cup.
Do me a favor, give me a perception check.
He's very engrossed in the Reese's cup.
That he is. Okay, so you don't notice anything except you'll see this much. Where you hit him in the shoulder, it's like when you hit him, so like instead of like blood coming out, it's like fire almost. And then it closes up immediately. And you also notice he doesn't look that dazed to you.
You get another panel of him looking up. You see the symbols, and then the next panel is just the symbols in caps.
Right?
Okay,
Chet!
I don't know if I asked this, but for movement, what's our limit on that?
What's your movement rank?
I don't really have any special ranks. I'm just,
Movement, base movement speed, 8 miles an hour, 120 feet around.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're superhuman, you can basically move pretty far.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over towards this direction. Towards the pharmacy here.
Right, I'll say you can get... I'll let you choose. You can get, like, over here-ish, or sort of over here-ish. Because this map isn't really to scale, but...
That's okay. I will choose the over here-ish. More in there. And as I'm running this direction, I'm actually kind of like wondering out loud, but also kind of talking to Marble. I'm trying to look at that summoning circle. Like, summoning circles mean something summoned it, but you have to unsummon it, right? That's how that stuff works.
Marble looks at you and says, I skipped that day at demon school.
There's a demon school? I mean, how do we
Yeah, I mean, where else are we supposed to learn how to be demonic? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't come natural.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, my charm does anyway. That's why I skipped out of demon school. I didn't need to be it.
Going to try something. Can I tell anything about that portal by looking at it? By the way, like trying to examine it?
Well, let me
Especially
see.
if I have expertise in demon
I
stuff
was gonna
now?
say, I was going to say, what expertise or anything do you have that would tell you how to do something along those
I
lines?
took expertise demon.
Did you?
Because I've been spending some time with demons, yeah. That's why I said. Chat was reading up on stuff.
Oh, you didn't send that to me. Okay. I didn't realize. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll your expertise demons.
Alrighty. Expertise demons is right there.
You know that is a circle that summons demons.
I rolled very poorly.
And the only reason you know that is because you actually saw it happen. It's not because you read it in a book.
Right.
Turns out, I think Marble gave you some Demon Children books.
It's called Little Davy Exercises.
Right. Exactly. Travis, what are you gonna do?
Travis sort of flies up to the top of the gondola containing paper towels.
Ooh. Oh, right,
So
you've
you
got
can sort of-
Connect Flight, yes.
So you can sort of see down and over the entire apparel section at the Crazy Boar. And then he looks to his left and realizes detergent's there. So he takes Tide Pods out of one of the packages and flings them at the boar.
He could have a special weakness.
Okay, you do hit. The Tide Pods. Okay, so the Tide Pod hits him, and explodes basically on him because it gets engulfed in fire. You hear it screech loudly-ish. Same kind of thing. Whatever damage that happened to it seems to get healed over by fire, but it stamps its feet on the ground and now is clearly pissed off.
OBT,
What?
would you say that was a clean hit?
Tej?
Touche, Timmy.
Tej, can you help me?
I mean, I certainly can. I mean,
Wait,
if it was
hold
a
on,
clean,
though.
it'd smell much more bearable.
Okay, I take it that I also see Harrison eating the Reese's cup.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so seeing that, Travis yells at the top of his lungs, "They are not food!"
So you get this comic panel of like Harrison going to eat the Reese's cup, and then hearing that, seeing Travis, and like hearing that, just sort of his jaw drops open, and then he sees the boar get hit with a Tide Pod, and his jaw drops even comically lower, and then you see another panel of the Reese's cup slowly rolling, and it rolls under a shell.
Nice. So the boar, in a very angry manner, is going to start running really, really hard back in this direction here.
What direction was that?
Oh, sorry, you can't see this yet. This way. And I forgot to do this, I'm sorry, but because I completely forgot that these two existed over here. They're kind of over here, like, as they're kind of bumbling about, watching everything like this. The boar sees them, in so much as he basically runs directly into them.
No! Not Francine!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hate to say it, this cop is basically a pasty. Okay, the cop's dead.
Oh, that was the cop's roll, not the boar.
That was his toughest save. So,
I don't think you're talking to him anymore.
well, he's dead is a strong word. Really, really, really brutally injured. As a matter of fact, he's actually shot. No, he is dead. Because the boar gores through this guy. This is the comic panel, you see. As the hippopotamus is standing there screaming like, "Ah!" And of course everybody's all horrific, whatnot. There is blood, a lot of blood. Not in the comic panel because it's not a grotesque comic, but
Thank you.
there's a clearly thought process of a lot of blood.
He's not getting the Iron Throne.
So something happens.
Oh, a blood sacrifice?
No.
No.
What happens is all of your visions go dark. You all get the sensation of falling. And
Important for me, is it a sensation or am I actually falling off the gondola?
No. Your vision is entirely black. It feels like you're falling, not down onto the floor. It kind of feels like you're just falling. Oops, and then I grabbed the map for no reason. All right. After a few moments, your vision all comes back. Chet?
Yes. Where have I landed?
You are back in the lottery section, where, Officer Luke is handing you his card. Harrison, you're in the dairy area with the lady who just talked to you, saying, "Hey, I'll go in the back and see if I can find anything." And Harrison, you're back in comics, reading your comic book.
Do we realize that we have...
Oh yeah! No, you know exactly that something just happened. But everybody else is going on like it was, 5 minutes ago.
So the cops are fine. They don't even feel like... They don't even react to it?
No, they're just... I said, the one cop's handing you his card. Like he was when he just got done speaking to you.
Oh, jeez, I feel like I'm just seeing a ghost.
Travis, upon hearing the lady say that, you should have been checking the past 5 minutes. I'm on a time constraint. I need to go. So can you check again?
And his story.
Break.
She looks at you and said, "Sir, you just asked me. You just asked me just now."
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
No, sir. I just met you.
You know what? I'm gonna just relax. I'll go do it myself. And he actually starts to walk back towards the doors back to the dairy.
Sir, I can't. She's kind of said, "Sir, I can't let you go back there. It's not inventory."
He just ignores her.
But actually, roll a perception check first. You would notice that your watch is 5 minutes backwards.
Ooh.
Okay, well, he's gonna look at his watch while he's walking back there, and then he just looks down, and once again, comic panel with just symbols.
Harrison!
Before the cops... Don't let the cops go. Yes.
No, I'm just flipping order. That's where they were
So
supposed to.
Harrison, having just picked up Volume 5 and finished Volume 5 of Bay City Chronicles, kind of has just got done with an entire time travel arc. So that's still kind of fresh in his mind. However, he does not know exactly what to do with this. What he does know is that his two compatriots from the bank are here, somewhere. Considering he saw Travis yell at him from the paper products, he's going to head in that general direction to try and find him and see if he's experiencing the same deja vu.
All right. From this moment, we're going to remain on initiative order, just so I can keep track of things. But, I mean, it's not, strict inherent to, actions. That makes sense.
Something I want to make sure that Chet does here. As he gets the card from the officers, he kind of thinks about it for a bit, and he's trying to think back. And he has an idea of what might have happened. And he looks at them, and he says to the officers, you guys should probably go.
Officers, oh, yeah, no, we just have to go pick up something from Fresh Meat.
They're all out. You want to go for now.
No, they have sale going on right now. I saw it before I walked by here. They got, no, thank you though. Thank you for your help. We'll see you later. So they start walking off towards Fresh Meats anyway.
Okay, as they start walking off, Chet kind of looks after him. He kind of goes like one of these where he's like, ah! Then he snaps his fingers and goes, wait a second. And he turns around to the lotto ticket. He grabs one of the scratch-offs, immediately starts scratching off one of them. And, he buys one, scratches it off to see if it's a winner.
It's not.
Okay. He says, all right, don't use this one next time.
So, You hear a voice in your head. Next time? What are you talking about next time?
Wait, you mean you didn't feel it?
Feel what?
We were already here.
Yes, we've been here for the last 5 minutes watching you try to buy lotto tickets.
I'm talking about a time skip. Something happened, and then it didn't happen, and we're back before it happened.
So Marble is dead, and then just now just appears on your shoulders again, and like kind of like looks over, like kind of like looks down like over your head. So he's like upside down looking at you. Looks at you, he's like, "What happened between now and coming here? Did you hit your head on something and I missed it? I didn't hit you this time."
Shed just sighs. He says, "There was a demon circle over there," and he points towards like where you saw the circle earlier. It's like, I'm gonna go there before it actually appears. He's just running towards that checkout area.
Well, unfortunately for you, that's when the circle appears.
Darn it!
So Travis, is now on you.
Let me roll perception quick.
Yep.
Is there a fire alarm nearby?
Not directly near you, no, but there is a fire extinguisher.
I don't need the fire extinguisher. I need a fire alarm.
Yes, it's not in your direct area, no.
Darn it.
But also, as, once again, the, runic circle appears right next to you. Oh, and also, Roaring Boar appears again. Right. Travis, what do you do?
Travis sort of says, "Screw it," and runs over on top of the cliff.
All right. You're on top of the glyph.
Underneath the cliff right now, but...
Right, okay, yeah. Hold on. I can fix that.
I got it. I just moved him above it.
I can actually just put this in the back. There we go. Perfect. That's where it should be. Okay. Boar roars loudly. Screams. You may recognize this move. Ah, okay, hold on. Oops.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to go over there.
He had the reverse break.
Yeah.
I wanted to look pretty.
Destroy health and beauty last time.
Right. No, he went this way. So he's charging this way again. But, unlike last time, well, I guess just like last time, as he's charging this way, he clearly looks in your direction as Marble's going, "Oh, no," like, basically saying the same thing that he said last time.
And then Chet, without even thinking about it, says, "Is that a friend of yours?"
No, of course not. We're demons. I'm a demon, he's a demon, we sent each other, it's a thing.
It's a thing. Gotcha.
Wait. Why does this seem familiar?
Maybe it's just deja vu. We're going towards that summoning circle. And Chet starts making a run towards the summoning circle.
Well, it's actually Harris's turn.
Okay.
So Harrison sees Travis run towards this glyph.
Mm-hmm.
First things first, is when I move towards this glyph, is my hand still glowing and hurting more?
It's not hurting anymore.
So, okay. So
Oh, yeah.
Harrison is sort of looking around, sees the boar down the aisle. As awesome as the initial leap was in his memory last time, he really doesn't feel like getting thrown into the Easter baskets again. At this point, he's sort of running over to Travis and being like, "If my mouse would move the character." Runs over, sort of runs over. As he's running, sees the rune circle, sort of slides and stops like right up next to it, pops up, and then looks to Travis. Why are you standing in the middle of that? Isn't that kind of dangerous?
Travis just sort of looks at him and shrugs.
So, tell me this is the second time you've experienced this?
No, this is the first time I stood on the glyph.
The rest of Harrison's turn is just a giant facepalm.
Alright. Chet, you're up.
And so he's facepalm, but he has the glow of the rune.
Right.
So his face is outlined in the black and red magic.
Nice.
Alrighty, Chet's gonna start running, and he's gonna go back towards that pharmacy section, get close to that portal so he can get on the other side of it.
Well, it's just a rune on the floor.
Okay. Can I get to this side of it? Like right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Check out mumbles to himself. Okay. Can I test out a theory? This sounds like it'll work. He takes out his gun and he shoots at the boar.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Alrighty. So, pocket pistol. There she is. Light pistol. Oh, jeez, that was terrible. Wait, do I miss or hit?
You managed to miss.
Okay. Could I use luck to reroll?
Of course you can!
Yay! Let's make this bullet turn around.
By the way, outside of hero points, anything that you guys, if you use that's like once per, like, issue or whatnot, you get back if we do that loop again.
Oh.
Hero points excluded.
Okay, so here. There we go. 18.
Okay, you at least hit.
Good! Okay, so I tag the boar.
Feel like it doesn't hurt him at all, but he definitely notices you.
Okay, so he is definitely, like, looking at me as I try to shout out at it.
Yeah, well, as it turns out, he was looking at you the whole time anyway.
Good! I wanted to keep doing that, as I waved my trench coat tail like something to get him over in this direction. I hope this is not a bad idea. We're gonna see.
Travis, you're up.
Travis's entire turn is him jumping up and down on the cliff.
Okay, why don't you give me a perception check? Or do you have insight? Insight, maybe. Yeah, insight. Insight would be better. Alright. You definitely notice that jumping up and down on the cliff is not doing much of anything. You get the idea, because you're smart enough to realize that you might want somebody that has at least some idea about magic to help out.
Okay, so I guess the second part of his turn then is, as he's jumping up and down, he grabs Harrison's, like the scruff of Harrison's shirt, and just pulls him onto the glyph with him.
Well, what are you doing? Also, for the record, as you pull him into the glyph and you get sort of right up close to him, there's definitely some sort of funky smell.
So, Harrison, I'm going to go ahead and let you roll insight as he does that. Since you're now on top of this thing. Okay, so your mark is glowing. It has been. It tingles a little bit more, as in it's reacting to magic, but it's not really doing much else.
Okay. We'll file that away for next turn.
Alrighty, well... Travis, were you doing anything else? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump you.
No.
Alright, boar! He's gonna boar. And he reaches you.
Alrighty, he's on the symbol.
Yes, he is. He's also attacking you.
I regret everything.
Oh, he probably misses. Gets your
Is that a parry?
parry, yeah.
My parry, I think, is pretty pathetic. I think my parry's only 11.
Is your parry a 1?
Yes.
Okay. Well then. Alright, so the toughness DC on that's 26. By the way, anyone who suffered any bruises or anything like that, they're gone.
Okay.
You are at the state you were when we reset.
Okay, so try
Hey! So,
Nice.
So basically, you, the boar goes to gore into you, and because you've seen this happen already, you know to watch out for it, so as it lowers its tusks and whatnot, you, barely able, you get out of the way pretty easily,
Actually, Chet's toughness is related to his luck skill. So, it's like a medicine cabinet or something falls just in time to absorb the blow.
Yes.
so,
Say Dr. Scholl's inserts.
right, yes, so yes, because the boar is, stomping all over and whatnot, as he's about to gore into you, falling over is a bunch of, Dr. Scholl's, and when the pegboard or whatnot clears up and he looks at you, he's got, a bunch of those, soul inserts, like, stuck to his tusk.
It's all tatted now.
No, it's gone through, so, the points are still there. So, yeah.
Right.
Alright, Harrison.
That was horrifying.
Yeah, apparently the boar is not a 440. So Harrison's sort of looking, seeing his hand a little bit, looks at Travis. Sorry about this.
Okay.
Duck. And basically, Harrison's going to use himself to shield Travis from the blow of this because it's not selective, but he's charging up his hand and just planting his palm in the middle of the glyph.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know how to focus sort of the magic. He just sort of knows what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to push the magic into the glyph. However, he's not going to sort of backlash it through the blast that's going to fire a beam. He's going to use his burst attack to try and do something with this magic. So,
Alrighty then, go ahead.
double-edged sword.
Okay.
And basically what you see is his hand glows. He puts it down in the middle of the rune. Meanwhile, as he's doing this, he pushes Travis down and sort of covers him up, knowing what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the magic sort of emanates from basically right above Travis and sort of just bursts out in all directions. It's a 30-foot burst, so there are milk containers, beer containers, sparkling water, chips. They all just get destroyed as this magic emanates outward.
Nice. So here's what happens. You feel like the magic that you're using has gone into, like, this glyph. And along with your backlash save there, I'm going to need you to make another toughness save of DC 24.
Okay.
Nice. The reason I needed you to do that is because as your magic goes into it, the glyph seems to reject it as it pushes you out. So
both Travis and I go flying out of the glyph?
Yeah. Oops. Okay, grab the glyph with it. So you just go flying kind of backwards. Not like too far or whatnot, but yeah, that pushes you away. You get the feeling, because you did that what you were doing would maybe have worked, except not on this glyph.
Okay. So after he gets thrown back, he just sort of looks and goes, didn't react to the big one. Didn't react here. Just looks at Travis. If I know anything from comic books, we're going to go back into another loop again. Just be ready.
Hold on to your butts.
Alright, Chet, you're up.
Alrighty. Chet looks down at the symbol, gets depressed. It's like, well, that's all I got. Nuts. He looks up at the board. He's like, okay, this is terrifying. Maybe get something, like, he rolls his dice. He's like, okay, something to push it away, something to push it away, something to push it away. And he gets a 4, which is Hade's Flame. Okay, so he gets that red encircling thing into his hand. He's like, this is a bad idea right now. So, okay, I'm going to start running this way. And Chet runs this direction towards cosmetics. And he flings his Hades flames towards the boar as he makes to hide into the shelves there.
So as you do that, you hear Marble saying again in your head, or actually appears on your shoulders again, crossing his arms like, "No, really, have we done this before? This kind of feels familiar."
He says, "Yes, we did do it before, but last time I got a better roll."
Oh right, you're actually rolling dice.
Yes, he's literally rolling dice.
Right.
Okay, Hades Flame is just this. It is an area, but it's basically centered on the boar. So.
All right, yeah, you hit.
Yay. I'm sure it doesn't do anything.
Well, it lights a lot of the it's a flame, so it lights a lot of the soul inserts on fire around him. And actually, because it's the pharmacy area, also lighting on fire is a lot of the isopropic alcohol that they have there. So you've actually started a fire right there.
Oh, I hope we loop soon.
Hey, by the way, the fire alarm's going off, though.
Hey, sweet!
Actually, it's not, but the sprinklers are going off.
Well, people are evacuating because of that.
Oh! We'll see. Travis, you're up. You see sprinklers going off, and the lights are flashing, but oddly enough, the siren thing's not going off.
Travis flies up into the rafters of the electronics section. Like he's actually up in the suspension rafters. And he's looking for another glyph.
Give me a perception check. Yeah. Yeah, you find one. Oh boy, you find one. You want to know where you find one?
Not in the woman's bathroom?
No.
Right where you're standing.
Pretty much. It was literally one square behind you.
Nice.
You see another glyph. So this glyph is actually on a laptop.
What?
Like, you see it on a screen of a laptop.
He yells over to Travis, "Hey, for next time, electronics."
You get you can't see it, but there's a panel that just has a smile and goes, "I'd never be able to afford anything over there."
All right. Boar sees fire. Much as he normally likes fire, he doesn't see you anymore.
Yay. It's like a mud pit for him. It's just a fire pit.
Yeah, so he's going to run off back down this direction.
No!
Where, our lovely two
Not again!
detectives are coming at him. Harrison, you're up.
Well, at this point, Travis told him electronics, so he's going to parkour his way to electronics.
All right. Congratulations, you were in electronics. What are you doing in electronics?
Well, he sees the glyph that Travis is talking about. So he's sort of like, you know how you have like in normal like super box stores, you have like the high shelves where all the games are, and then you have like the smaller shelves where like the laptops and stuff are.
Mm-hmm.
So Harrison is up on top of the game shelves and sees the laptop, but also sees, the new video game systems, gets distracted for a brief second, see a look of sadness on his face, and then he starts just charging energy into his hand and just launches himself at the laptop screen.
Okay. So now you're gonna have to roll for this. Your magic goes into the laptop, and you cause the laptop to explode because it's a piece of electronic equipment.
Aww.
In doing so, the glyph disappears. And that causes everyone's vision to go black again. As everything once again resets. So this time I'm just going to do this so y'all can see it, because...
No more mystery.
Yeah, we all know what's happening here. So, once again, Chet, you are being handed a card from the officer here. Harrison, you're reading comic books, or you have the comic book in your hand again, and Travis is over in the dairy section with the woman who's saying, "Oh, I'll check that for you right now, sir." Harrison, give me a perception check. That guy's been standing there in front at that aisle for quite some time now. He's got his arm. He's got kind of one of those medicine balls in his right hand. He's just kind of like massaging it, like he's working his hand out or something.
And so Harrison sort of looks, knows where everything sort of is. The only thing he hasn't actually interacted with that he's seen is this guy. So he's finally just going to sort of put the comic book down, sort of look over at him and go, "You got something to say to me?"
Guy looks at you, kind of just shrugs and says, "None of my business."
And what are you doing here? Looks like you're trying to keep an eye on me.
Huh? I'm not looking at you. I'm just thinking about buying a book. This is the book section, after all.
Yes. But you're facing the wrong direction. You're staring at the magazines.
So maybe I want to buy a magazine. I don't know yet.
Can I get an insight check?
Heck yeah, you can get an insight check into this guy.
I don't know if he's shifty or not.
Well, as the guy standing there massaging the ball in his right hand, he just looks at you and is like, you don't really... You know he's shifty and creepy as all hell, but other than that, you have no idea if he's there to buy a book or if he's there to watch you or whatever. Right now, you may think that he actually just accidentally substituted the word book for magazine.
Yeah, I'll go with that. And Harrison brushes by him and heads off towards electronics.
All right. Chet.
The officers...
You've been given a card by the officers.
The officers give me their card. I take it, look it over. Say, okay. You know what? Tell you guys what. I know more than I'm letting on. I just didn't want to make a scene about it. Okay?
Oh, good. I thought so. Why don't you call office, make appointment, we gather and talk.
No. We need to talk right now before things get rough. Because there's like a time limit on this stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. No, call office. We make appointment for tomorrow. I unfortunately do have to do some running around. And I've got a lot of things to do right now. But good to know things. Absolutely. We 100% will need your help. So call office, and we'll absolutely be here. As he turns and starts walking off.
No! Leave the... Chet throws down his hand and goes, fine. He turns around, goes to the allow ticket, picks a different scratch-off ticket this time. And he tries rubbing this one off. See if it's a winner.
Give me a number of 1 to 20.
Oh, like just randomly?
Yes, give me a number, 1 to 20.
Okay. 12.
Nope.
Darn it. Fine. Don't use this one next time. Okay.
I wish I had 1 in 20 odds of winning a scratch off.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Harrison would afford a scratch off.
Right?
That's not the dirt on his arm.
He starts running up after the officers at least, if he can.
Okay, it's your movement.
So yeah, he's going to try to go up as fast as he can. Also because he remembers seeing the little demon kid that he calls him, or the little thief that he doesn't know, landing on the boar's back, so he's like, that kid's in the store somewhere. Maybe he's related to this. I'm going to try to find him. He's looking down the aisle to see if he can find that little kid.
So, Boar appears. Travis, you're up.
Travis yells out to the associate he sent to the back.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And it's really paining him to say this. Forget the milk. Where's the fire alarm?
Fire alarm? It's run by the store. I guess there's... Why? Is there a fire?
Yes, there's a fire. Go pull the fire alarm right now.
She looks crazy. Like, where's the fire?
It is over in Lawn and Garden. I set a fire over there. I was trying to distract you. Go pull the fire alarm.
Okay, so she completely believes you. So she just runs off. So, anything else?
He starts to make his way towards electronics.
Alrighty.
Up and over everything.
Right. Alright, Boar. I think we've seen this one before. Like,
Boar is gonna bore.
yeah, again, as he runs by, he's again smashing lots of things, rolling things over, whatnot. Everything's...
One of these days, he's gonna skid and just run right into the apples.
It's the same day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Harrison, you're up. Oh, Krim, I don't know if you saw what happened or not, or heard what happened, but basically, what ended the loop is Harrison used his magic on the laptop. The laptop exploded, and loop started over.
I'm assuming Travis isn't being conspicuous at all.
Grim?
No. He's perfectly... He's fine being visible. He was basically flying right over the gondolas. He wasn't trying to hide it.
He sort of looks up. So the last time I supercharged this, it blew up and we started over. What now?
What's the worst that can happen? We go for a round 4?
Okay. Actually, before he does that, Harrison's going to look around. Is the laptop plugged in?
Oh, yeah, no, it's on.
Is it plugged in?
Yes.
He's unplugging it, and then he's ripping the battery out.
It's one of those store display things. Not exactly, like, easy to get to the place to unplug it and or get battery out.
From the side of the laptop.
Yeah, but it's in, like, a store display. Not in the store display, but, yeah, they, like, basically chain these things down and whatnot. Like, it's made so you can't just rip the battery out.
Magic that can blow the top
Wait.
of that if he needs to.
Wait, Harrison, is that on?
Yeah.
Don't unplug it. Don't blow it up yet.
You say don't unplug it as you say that his hand is wreathed back in magic, and it looks like he's about to fire a blast to shatter open the case to get to the underneath. Okay. And he's just holding this charge, waiting for Travis to tell him what to do.
Nice. Chat!
Alrighty. How are the officers doing here?
Oh, they're fine. They're walking past you towards fresh meats.
Good. Stay down that direction. In fact, I like make sure to like make a mess on the shelves and like pull stuff down so that it kind of blocks this path from them coming this way.
Of course. Okay.
Okay. And then, after doing that, Chet's gonna run up this way to see if he can find Harrison. Looking back and forth.
You can run. You can move farther. Although I don't know if you know.
Okay, sweet. Well, like he's just kind of looking down the aisle to see if he can like find the kid.
It's not that hard to see the glowing, massive energy on his left hand being held up in the electronics section.
Well, you may actually be You may actually be obscured by books and the shelves for the books and magazines. But he's definitely going to see Travis like way above everything because he's flying.
All right. So I can see Travis. I can't see Harrison, though.
Not quite, no, but you see where Travis is looking, so.
Alrighty. Well, I'm at least going to run up to Travis. And I'm going to say to him, I've been looping. I don't know if you noticed
Harrison
anything. Go on.
What'd you say, Grim?
I said, so have Harrison and I.
Oh, good. You know where he is. Where's the kid at?
Getting ready to blow up a laptop.
Okay, fantastic. What? Why is he blowing up a laptop?
We need to find as many glyphs as possible.
Glyphs. Okay, so like those summoning thingies. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, good. We got something then. How many? Yeah, you wouldn't know. How many have you found already?
3?
3. Okay, that's good. Nuts. Oh, nuts. I don't know what to do now.
So you hear a voice in your head. Actually, no, Marble just appears on your shoulder. And Marble's like, have we done this before?
Yes, we've done it before. It was very interesting. He's not a friend of yours.
Who's not a friend of mine?
The boar down there.
Oh, right. No, of course. No, of course not. He's a demon, though. You know, we can sense each other. It's kind of a thing.
It's kind of a thing. Yes. I am aware. Alright. I'm gonna walk towards Harrison here, see if he knows what's going on. Gonna guess he knows a little bit more about what's going on here magically than you do. No offense, Travis. Keep a lookout up there, please.
Well, Travis, it's your turn.
Right as he says, keep a lookout up there, Travis comes down right next to the laptop.
Alrighty. It's a computer. It's a laptop. Alright, so...
Is the glyph a program, or is it just on there?
Well, it's actually kind of both. It's not a program you've ever seen before. You're not really sure what's going on, but as you start doing typing and whatnot, you realize you can in fact interact with the glyph, and the more you do so, the more you think you're solving a problem of some kind. But with that check, you're not going to quite make it too far.
Well, I don't know if this is the key to solving it, but sure as heck beats blowing the thing up, I think.
Can I use luck to have him re-roll that?
If you like.
I think I actually have luck to re-roll.
As you say, it sure as heck beats blowing it up. You just get a panel of Harrison sort of looking somewhat dejected as he dissipates the energy from his hand. And he doesn't fully quite get all of it dissipated. It's not going to be enough to hurt him, but a little bit of the sparks jump off of his hand, and one shocks him, and a bigger one, another smaller one shocks Marble, and another bigger one shocks Chet. So we have all of them with giant, frizzy, magical static hair.
Ah! Hey! Huh? What? That's... Hey! He looks at Harrison. I don't like him.
It's a good look for you. Chet says as he kind of tries to smooth down the static and it pops right back up.
See if I help you comb your tail again. Alright. So with that,
That was a reroll made with a point, correct?
No, that's a reroll.
No, that was a luck reroll.
Okay.
Yeah. So you basically interact further with the glyph program, and suddenly the glyph changes colors to red. You feel like you've completed something that was missing in the glyph.
He looks over his shoulder. Hey Harrison, you want to blow it up now?
With pleasure.
Well, before you can do that, it's the boar's turn. Of course, all the boar's gonna do is run down this way. By the way, these guys, they see a mess down at the end of the hallway, so they just kind of go down the other aisle down here, And then just start walking towards the...
No! I thought I was saving a life.
Hey, look at that. The demon's running towards the laboratory.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh.
All right, Harrison, go.
He was told to blow it up. It's one of the few things he knows how to do properly. He gonna blow it up.
All right.
Are you sure that's a good
He's gonna fail
idea?
his chat.
Okay, so as Chet starts saying, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" What he actually gets out in the comic panel is like him kind of holding a head up, like, "Are you sure that's a good?" Boom. And what you see is the laptop explodes. There is a giant flash of light, just like the last time, and just like the last time, everything goes back to where it was.
All right, so before we continue, can I interject here for a minute? Because I just came up with a crazy funny idea.
Sure.
So Harrison is now starting to figure out that there's a certain pattern that things have to be done in. But he also realized that he's remembering it and he's sort of getting everything that's happened. So we just get a montage of like 4 or 5 different time loops that just Harrison running around the store, like eating an apple, just gorging himself on food that no one's going to miss because it's just going to keep resetting itself over and over again.
It also doesn't stay in your stomach, unfortunately.
He realizes this afterwards. Because at first he only ate the Reese's cup.
Right.
So he gets like one little bit of food every cycle, he's gonna be full.
Right.
So you get like 4 or 5 cycles of him like mowing down on an apple or like a full bag of chips, chugging some soda. And then you get to another one, he's just like, oh, this isn't staying. Damn.
Harrison, give me a perception check.
Nope. He's very disappointed that he's still hungry.
Right. Okay. Harrison, you see the guy next to you. Give me an insight check. Okay. Well, sure. Go ahead.
Ooh.
So you see him standing there. This time you know he's looking at you. As he's massaging that ball again in his left hand.
You want to tell me what this is about?
He looks up at you and is like, what do you mean?
You've been standing there staring at me since I walked in the store. You don't move. You don't react. What's going on here? And there is just a look of pure, not quite hatred in Harrison's eyes. It's like a combination of fear and anger.
He looks at you and says, makes you think I'm involved.
Because every time something crazy has happened, you have stood here. You haven't moved. You haven't reacted.
With
almost like you expect things to go crazy.
Also, with that insight check, you remember one other thing. Last time, he was massaging that ball in his right hand.
Ooh. That's a good tell.
And that was like when you re-looped, like that's what he was doing when you kind of popped into being last time. This time, it's in his left hand.
Nervous about something?
Tilts his head, looks at you. What do I need to be nervous about?
Well, normally when people trust me, I know a guy like this, and he sort of gives a shifty-eyed glance to Derry as he says this. When people are nervous, they have tics. You've been massaging that marble for a long time. Also, why'd you switch hands?
at that question, specifically the why you switch hands question, he looks down at himself and kind of curses under his breath gently. So he realizes that he changed positions and didn't remember to switch back. He looks up at you and he just kind of shakes his head and just says, "I'm here to watch you figure this out, boy." And with that, he turns to leave and he walks away.
Harrison's going to yell at the top of his lungs, mostly so that Travis hears, "Don't you walk away from me, you dumb son of a..." Symbols.
Right.
"Just because you think this puzzle's funny doesn't mean the rest of us do." And he's going to take off in that direction.
The guy looks over his shoulder, looks back, and says, "It's not my puzzle."
So yeah, Harrison's chasing after the guy.
It's fine. That'll be your turn. Chet!
Alrighty, I take the car from the officers. I say good luck. I turn around, go to the scratch offs, take another ticket.
Okay,
Is it a winner?
Give me 1 to 20.
Doing 12 again. Lucky number.
Nope.
Okay, not getting that one next time. Okay, and then Chet's going to immediately start running back towards electronics, towards that laptop, so he can engage with Harrison and Travis
All right.
as fast as possible.
Go right ahead.
Like double moving, going over there.
You notice that Harrison's chasing after some dude.
So I do. And I look after that, and I try to follow the kid.
Alrighty. Travis, you're up. Oh, wait, by the way, Boar appears. Boom. Travis, you're up.
Yeah, it's boring now.
Travis looks at the associate.
Right.
Fire alarm! Faster this time! I'm going to use luck to re-roll that.
Right. Go, yeah. She looks at you completely confused, like, what? What do you mean, faster? What fire? What, huh?
All they say is fire alarm. Just do it. Using my
yeah.
persuasion.
Okay. She runs off to his back.
Then Travis once again flies up in the air to sort of see what exactly Harrison was yelling about.
Alrighty. Boar's turn. Boar's gonna run, because again, we've seen this before. Boar runs down the checkout aisle, whatnot, breaking everything, smashing things up, whatnot. Harrison, you're up.
He's looking at the guy. "What do you mean it's not your puzzle?"
He stops and turns to look at you and says, "As I said, it's not my puzzle. It's yours."
It's yours.
"Mine? Maybe mine to solve.
That's what I meant.
You created it, though."
I did nothing of the sort. I knew what was going to...
Happen to be here when this random puzzle shows up. Watching me specifically. First of all, do you know how creepy that is?
He looks at you and says, "Do you think I'm watching you specifically?"
Well, if we go back to the camera footage, yes, actually I do.
It's not you, son. It's that mark on your hand.
You know about it?
Fix this puzzle and maybe I'll let you know.
How do I do that?
The man just looks at you, kind of shakes his head, turns, and walks down the aisle.
Harrison is extremely confused at this point because he wants to push the guy for more information, but at the same point, he also knows he needs to get out of this time loop. So since he conveniently is in home and office, he's gonna just look around, have this look of everything hurts as he's trying to think, and just sit down in an office chair, Indian style in the office chair, and just sort of look and be like, and just have this blank look on his face of, what am I supposed to do?
Right. Chet!
Do I hear their exchange that they have?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty open.
Okay. So, I walk here, and I look over at Harrison, and I actually ask him, right, what was that all about? Who was that guy?
Marble gets on your shoulder and says, yeah, that was really weird. Wait, haven't we done this before?
Yes, we have. It's kind of a thing.
It is, and that guy said that he knows about, and he doesn't, because he's still sitting Indian style, and his hands are sort of like not on his knees but under his legs. You can't really see them, and as he says he knows about, he sort of like looks at his hand, doesn't actually give any indication about it, and then he goes, and we need to solve this, but I don't know how.
Marble sees this, tilts his head, and says, "Whoa, that's magical. Where'd you get something like that?"
I literally stumbled into it.
Oh.
Like, I was coming home one day and from the store, and this weird sort of bolt of lightning of something sort of hit me. And then I looked, and there was this symbol on my hand. And he says that this is the first time like he's done this in public. He doesn't take the glove fully off, but he slips it, rolls it up, so that you can, like, that Chet and Marble can see the symbol, the punishment symbol on his left hand.
Right.
Wow, that's one heck of a tattoo.
Marble tilts his head again. Oof. That looks painful.
Just a little bit. But at this point, I just want to get out of this loop. I know that the last time the laptop is like a computer code puzzle. We did something that turned red, and obviously when it turned red, blowing it up is not the answer. I don't know what to do.
And that specifically, Chet looks over at the laptop because it's pretty nearby to see what state it's in right now.
Oh, it's on. It's there's a glyph on the screen, and it's humming away.
It's not red though anymore.
No, it's back to where it was purple.
Okay, so that's been undone. Alrighty, Chet kind of looks down a little bit, and he sighs to himself before he smacks the kid on the shoulder, like kind of lightly and like further, like, well, sounds like we're gonna have to take care of this then, so you can get some answers, right?
Marble looks at you and says, "Where did you get all softy?"
He might be able to help us, and he knows more about the magic stuff than I do.
Look, I don't know if I like this guy very much. Something tells me I don't like him, but I don't know what it is.
Well, you're not a great judge of character. You chose me.
You're not wrong.
As that, Harrison, for the longest time, looked like he was about to cry, and then you say that, and he just snorts and snickers.
Nice.
There we go. That's a bit better. Right now, we can't waste a lot of time. We gotta find more of these symbols. Stat.
Travis, you're up.
So, the guy that they were chasing is gone, right?
Yeah. He, in the middle of all this, he disappeared.
Darn it. Well, then he goes back to the computer and does this thing again.
Alright, give me a computer check. Or a technology check, really. Either one's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, alright, so this time it's a lot easier for you. You tap away on the computer, and once again, the coding that you do is able to complete the glyph, and the glyph turns a nice red color.
This time, thinking he may have picked up on something, Travis sort of looks over towards Chet and Harrison. Harrison, go check the other glyph. You know, back by the soda.
If Harrison's gonna respond, he doesn't do so verbally.
Alright, board time. So this time, without any real target to him, he senses demons because, it's a thing. And he's going to start, just pounding through a peril. But he's going to get, because it's a peril and whatnot, and there's all sorts of crap around there, he's going to get right out there.
Nothing's in his size.
No, nothing's in his size. But he's got, shirts now sticking on his tusks and whatnot. There's probably, a shoe on one of his hoofs or so. And
it's stuck to his skin.
Yeah. Yeah. And, just, yeah. Oh, and a sock on his other horn. Because, whatever. Alright, so Harrison, you're up.
So Harrison just sort of was dejected. He laughed a little bit at the "you chose me," and then for some reason, the renewed confidence that Travis may have figured something out sort of helps him. So he's going to parkour his way over to the second glyph. As he sort of looks over, he sees the one sock on the boar's horn. It's going to thought bubble of, "Don't piss off Dobby." And he runs over to the other glyph.
Alrighty. You're at the other glyph. What do you do?
Well, what does it look like?
I mean, it's still the same as it was the last time you tried to do something to it.
Well, he's gonna yell. He's gonna yell back. It's still the same. What do you want me to do?
Don't blow anything up.
Don't blow anything up. That's... There you go.
So, he is going to power stunt.
Okay.
He's not used to doing this. But what he's going to do is he is going to attempt to precisely channel his magical energy.
Okay.
This is what he wants to do is made slightly harder by the fact that he's not left-handed. So basically, what he's doing is he's lowering the damage of his magic to damage rank 1, upping the accuracy and giving it precise.
Okay.
He's pumping the energy into the rune slowly by tracing it.
Gotcha. Power stunt costs a hero point, right?
Power stunt costs a power stunt. You become fatigued.
That's right. Okay.
And you use the hero point to buy off.
That's what it was. That's what it is. Okay.
So he's going to be fatigued to trace the rune.
Okay.
Perfect.
You don't even need to roll for this because you do exactly this. And just like the last time, your magic goes into the thing and then shoots back into you. Roll. Give me a 24 toughness save. Okay. Doesn't hurt at all, but you definitely go flying backwards again to right about there.
No,
Do I hear anything when that happens?
That didn't work. And he coughs up a little smoke.
Once again, you see the symbols above. Above Travis.
Indeed. Harrison. I'm sorry, Chet. Chet, you're up.
Okay. Did I hear that as well? The stuff that was happening over in Derry?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. I look over at Travis and I say, okay, we need to find another glyph. There's got to be more than just these. I got a feeling. Call it a hunch. So, see if you can find anything else by zooming around here. Can you do that?
Well, yeah.
Great. Cool. In the meantime, Chet's going to actually run over towards Harrison to see how he's doing, and also check out the symbol there for himself.
Alright, so you're there.
Alrighty,
Harrison's standing up, brushing himself off, holy crap, ow.
Okay, so he doesn't look too hurt?
No, he doesn't look hurt.
Okay.
His pride, maybe, I don't know, that's up to him, but...
Okay, good, you don't look hurt. So what is the story with this symbol? And he actually walks over to try to examine it a bit.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, can I use Expertise Demon on it, or no?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
How many points did you pump into that?
I mean, I just put like one power point's worth.
Okay.
So 3.
Okay. So, you immediately realize that this symbol is demonic. It was in one of the picture books that Marble gave you.
Ooh.
Marble pops up onto your shoulder and is like, huh, I know what that is.
What is it?
A glyph.
Great. What's that do for us?
Well, probably gets us out of this mess. I don't know how to close it, though. Well, didn't that other guy close one on the computer?
Oh, you mean Travis over there? Yeah, he was able to, like, hack it away or something.
You must be able to do something about this.
You isn't me?
Right.
What can I do about it?
When Marble says that, can Harrison make an insight check?
Sure.
Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on, but the dogs are fighting, so give me a second.
I heard growling.
Yeah.
To finish this, I'll make my check in a second.
No problem. So, yeah, he basically says, hey, you should be able to do something.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. I don't know what he's inciting, but whatever it is, he discovered it.
Okay, so when Marble says that, Harrison is sort of putting things together in his mind, and the comic book reader in him comes up with the following insight: is he started in electronics, or he started in books and magazines closest to the electronics glyph. Chet started down in Lotto, closest to the summoning gift. Travis started in Derry, close to this glyph. Travis moved right to the electronics glyph and was able to stop that. What Harrison believes is the fact that everyone has to move one glyph to the right of their start, and that's the one they can shut down.
well,
Because your insight is this high, I'm going to give you a little addendum to that creation of insight. The insight you actually get is that it appears that there's a glyph that Travis can close, there's a glyph that Chet can close, there must be one that you can. Not necessarily down where he was, though, but someplace.
well, does Harrison say his inside out loud? About, like, the different...
When he says that, you sort of get the comic panel of, what the... Oh my... And then he sort of gets, like, the light bulb over his head, and he looks at Chet and goes, I think you can, because I think there's a third one around here that we haven't found yet, and that one probably belongs to me. And he just sprints off towards do-it-yourself.
Okay, then.
Meanwhile, Chet tries
Nobody will do it for you. You've got to do it yourself.
That
That actually fits.
It does, actually. Alright. So. Okay, Chet. So.
What can I do?
Yes, so look at your ability sheet and just try to think of something.
Right. Well, I don't feel like rolling dice all day to try every single one of my, like, little tricks against it. That seems like a bad idea.
Marble kind of, again, peers on your shoulder. Why don't you just roll dice, period? That's what you're good at, right?
You say good at, and I did win. Alright, fine. Let's see what the slot machine gives us today. He rolls a 3.
Well, regardless of what you actually roll, the fact is that you throw your dice directly onto the glyph, whether on purpose or not. It falls onto the glyph, and the glyph suddenly turns into a nice reddish color.
That was easy.
As long as your dice is sitting on it.
Oh.
Travis, you're up.
Travis sort of just flies up over like the edge of home, looking back towards the corner of the store so he can sort of scan crafts, do it yourself in auto care, and even into Travel Loop Express a little bit, looking for another glyph.
Okay, give me a perception check. Okay, so even though the tire and lube is kind of like in a completely actually separate, like, kind of like area you have to actually walk through a doorway to see, you're able to see this for reasons that are comic books. You notice inside the tire and lube express area is in fact a third glyph. This one, you know how on the oil and lube areas they have those things that raise your car up and whatnot? Just so they can get under you. Yeah, for some odd reason, this glyph is on one of those things. And it looks like it's going to be really hard to balance yourself trying to do whatever you need to do on that glyph.
Oh.
Because we're right by the craft section, Travis sort of pulls some of the white fabric and sort of lifts it in the air and starts waving it with his telekinesis so that Harrison can see it.
All right, then. Yeah, you see it.
For the record, that's 2 20s on back-to-back rolls.
Yes. That one was free though, because you're going to be able to see it. But you know what? You got a perception. You're good. In fact, you're going to see this too, since you're so perceptive.
Oh dear.
Sensing demon angle, boar starts traveling this way. Also, cops are coming out into the aisleway. Like, oh! Like, you hear the hippo scream, and of course the boar's going to turn and look at him. And that's that.
Oh no!
Harrison, you're up.
He's parkouring his way over here. I'm assuming he just sort of sees it and just goes, ah, crap.
Yeah.
It's on top of the lift, and the lift is raised, correct?
Yep.
All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to, and it's going to look really cool on the comic panel.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Tire and Lube Express. So this lift doesn't have a car on it for some reason yet. It's been lifted. But right next door, there is, or what was before this whole crap happened, an Escalade getting its tires changed.
Okay.
So Harrison's going to look around. He sees the 4 tires on the ground that they've been stacked in a convenient little 1-1-2 setup.
Yep.
So he's going to get a running jump on the first tire, jump on the second stack of tires, jump on the hood of the Escalade, or jump on the side of the Escalade to parkour off it, digging his heel in a little too hard, denting the door of the Escalade with a dirty, grimy boot print, and then jumping on top of the of the lift.
Now, what I'm going to need for you for this is an acrobatics check. Good enough.
So
close, but good enough.
Yeah.
The tires helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kicks himself off the Escalade.
You kind of stumble a little bit. It's not as graceful as you might want it to be, but you get there.
Exactly. He's sort of like half hanging off the lift. So he climbs himself up onto it, realizes that it's going to be really hard to balance himself. So instead of trying to stand on this little lift, what he does is he sort of puts his hands down, figure fours his legs. I'm sorry, how close am I to the ceiling? Let me ask you that question first.
I mean, you're not close to the ceiling because, those things are pretty high, I think.
Okay, so he puts his hands down to balance himself like he's sort of squatting. Figure fours his legs around the pipe of the lift.
Nice.
Locks them in place. And then sort of is like sitting on the glyph on top of the press while holding himself up with his inner thighs.
All right.
And then
so you are up there. You've got your hand on the glyph and whatnot, and again, it turns red. All of your visions go red and then black.
Hopefully that's good.
And we reset again, but there is going to be a couple of differences. Those being that, Travis, the big thing you see, so everything's reset. Travis, you notice that the glyph that you were standing in front of is gone. But again, you have the woman telling you, oh yeah, sure, I'll go check, as she goes to walk off. Chet, you've got a detective handing you a card. Harrison, you are reading a comic book. Mysterious man, not there.
I think that means we solved it. He's going to quickly sprint over to electronics to check the specific laptop.
By the way, we're not on initiative anymore.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the laptop is just on. It's got Windows 10. You know, it
Okay.
looks normal.
Switch up down. So he, at this point, makes his way over to Derry. Just sort of looks at Travis. You okay?
Grim?
What's up? I'm looking for the glyph. I don't see it. Obviously, nothing's falling off the shelves, right?
Right. Yeah. In fact, nothing's reverberating at all.
Yeah. And Harrison has come over. You okay?
I don't think they're gonna have my milk.
What milk?
Oh my gosh, I'm so. Wait, hold on. And he looks at his watch.
Oh yeah, it's literally like the time, like the exact time it would be when the lady walked off. Like, you haven't lost any seconds.
Okay, good. So I still have time to stay on my schedule because even though we just spent the past 30 minutes like doing a bunch of weird stuff, we didn't lose any time. So I'm still on schedule. Somehow I'm still on schedule. As long as she hurries back, hopefully she finds the milk. Hopefully she finds the milk that
What?
she's going to.
Milk, Travis.
This milk expires in 6 days. I need milk that expires in 8 days because I'm not going shopping again for 8 days.
Okay. Give me a minute. And Harrison just slinks off into the darkness, following where the woman went. He's just going to use his skill mastery on stealth. So I don't think any of the common mooks at the Guffin Mart are going to find it.
No. You no. Not at all.
So you just get the comic panel of him slipping out of the back area in the dairy storage,
right.
And there's the woman who Travis was talking to, and she's just talking like, "Yeah, this guy's really weird. Like, the milk's perfectly fine. I need to find one that's 2 days later."
No.
Well, I'm just gonna stay back here for 5 minutes.
She clearly has no intention of looking any further. While you're doing that, Chet, you're being handed a card by the detective.
Okay, I get the card, and Chet immediately starts freaking out. It's like, no, we did it! We did everything right! We solved it! We solved the puzzle! Like, you saw it, you're not dead! He points at the cop who was scared before. You're not dead! We solved the puzzle! We got this! We're back here again! We shouldn't be back here again!
So, after you spew all that out, the detective guy looks at you and says, "Are you okay?"
And Chet responds with, I'm fine. We're just gonna have to try again. I'm gonna tell you not to go in the aisle, because if you do, you get skewered and killed. But you're gonna do it anyway. So, go ahead, go off to the aisle. I'll go back here, get another losing scratch-off ticket, and then I'll go try to find my friend's kind of associates. So, go on. He turns around and goes to the scratch-off to grab another one to try it.
You find one. You win $1. It was a $2 ticket.
Whatever. He stuffs it in his pocket. It's at least $1 I didn't spend. He starts walking up towards electronics.
So,
wait,
so as you start walking in that direction, Marble kind of, like, whispers into your ear, wow, man, that was really strange, wasn't it? I can't believe that. Gosh, I'm glad you guys got all those glyphs already.
Yeah, but we still had to start over again. Wait, you remembered it?
Of course I remember it.
You forgot every other time.
Not every other time. You guys got it first try.
Chet looks down, like his eyes are wide open, like... He starts, like, doing one of these things where, like, looking around, putting things together. It's like, oh my gosh, we did it! And he's, like, starts running off towards electronics to try to find Travis and Harrison. It's like, guys, we did it! I think we did it!
Except no one's in electronics.
No, but he does pass his aisle. But...
I'm just picturing a bunch of people looking randomly as a 5.5 foot tall anthropomorphic skunk comes running down the hallway. We did it! We did it!
Yeah.
Please tell me he at least yelled "Great Scott."
This is heavy.
All right.
There's an interstitial scene where just there's this picture of the skunk running just goes up on people at guffinmart.com.
Right. So, winding up the comic book, Harrison, you find exactly what you're looking for.
So at this point, it takes Harrison probably a good 5 minutes to find this so he doesn't get caught. Where has Travis gone in this point?
Sparkling water.
Travis has gone to Sparkling Water and has picked out his select choice of sparkling water. We're not sponsored by anyone, so I will not give anyone a shout out. And then walks over to the meat department.
So it's in the meat department where Harrison meets up, pardon the pun, with Travis. And he's got this like Cheshire cat grin on his face as he's walking up. He's got this sort of like hands behind the back, like doo 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 look on his face, but this big Cheshire cat grin.
Travis sort of looks at him and was like, "Oh, I'm guessing you went back and got it."
Almost. They didn't have 8-day, but they did have 10.
That'll do.
They
Oh,
just sort of
look!
hand-
The Dairy's Associate's coming back. Good! And he runs up to her. Okay, look. I hate for food to go to waste, and they only have packages of 2 pounds of chicken, and I only need 1.5 pounds. So, could you find a meat associate for me so I can have them rewrap?
You just get a panel of Harrison rolling his eyes and slipping behind the butcher counter.
I mean, they have chicken there. It's a butcher counter, whatever. You see the lady, like, just staring at him like, oh, God, why? And then Chet's looking in, the comic panel shows, like, kind of zooming out. Chet's standing in electronics, looking over, like, where is everyone? So he's kind of like walking back toward, like, kind of looking around towards, like, oh, everyone's gone. And ladies and gentlemen, that was issue 2 of Middleton City. Thank you very much for watching. For everybody here at the Bay City Chronicles channel, my good friend Chammy, my good friend Crimson Avix, and TGE.
I'm smiling, but you can't see it.
Love you guys. Thank you all for watching. You all have a wonderful evening, all. We'll see you next week.
Remember, stay tuned next week when we're going to hit the finale of the Book of Fate over at Bay City Chronicles. Stay tuned for that.
Assuming we get through it, but yes. Yeah, because it'll be like part 5 by the time we're done with it, right?
We did that once.
Later, alls.